everybody, it's Rainy here from Bubbles, Bobbles, and Bows. Hope everyone is having a wonderful night. Down here in Texarkana, we're expecting some big, heavy weather due to the hurricanes that are fixing to hit. So, hope everybody's staying safe wherever you are. And try to stay dry if you're down here around me in good old Arkansas. It's never a dull moment. So anyway, back to what we're here for tonight. I have got these new molds that I ordered off of Amazon, and I'll link description in the give you a link in the description box below on these little molds. They were fairly cheap. I've never done these. I just wanted to try them out. What I'm going to make is wax melt brittle. It's going to look like brittle, like the brittle you eat. Of course, you don't eat this, and it's going to smell good enough to eat, but please do not eat wax, y'all. I need to put that disclaimer in there because somebody is sure enough going to eat it if you don't say it, because it looks good enough to eat. I'm going to be doing a scent from Nature's Garden. It is called Cane Sugar Cookie. It smells wonderful. I love anything with sugar cookie or vanillas, anything like that, any scent like that, like vanilla buttery scents. I love them. So, and I'm going to do a drizzle over the top of them, and I'm going to use Butterscotch Marshmallow, and that is from Rustic Escentuals. So I'm also going to put some these little sprinkles on top of it to make them look like sugar cookies. And these are just regular cake sprinkles or cookie sprinkles that you get at Walmart or Michael's or in the cake baking aisle. And of course I'm going to add some glitter on top of it, because I don't want anything that looks edible that is not edible that I make. I like to put glitter on it so that, you know, no one will eat it. But anyway, I'm going to tell you about this wax that I'm using. It is from Nature's Garden and Candle, and it is Pillar of Bliss wax. And it is a blend of soy wax and paraffin wax, and it's used in votives and pillar candles, and also in wax tarts. So anyway, I've melted my wax, and I have it in my little container here, and I'm just waiting for it to cool down to 195 degrees. And it says you add, at that time you add your colorant. So and once it gets down to that, you know, each wax has specifications of when you're supposed to add certain ingredients, like when you're supposed to add your colorant, when you're supposed to add your scent, and when you're supposed to pour it into the mold. So make sure that you follow the manufacturer's directions on your wax, because you'll be very disappointed if you don't, because not all wax can hold the same amount of fragrance. And if you don't pour it right, your scent won't stick in it. If you don't, I mean, there's a lot that goes into making anything with candles, so, or wax mounts. It's not just pour into the mold. So do your research and research your ingredients that you're getting, and then go from there. So anyway, I'm going to get my wax down to where it's supposed to be, and I'm going to be right back. Okay, hey everybody, I'm back, and my wax is down to the temperature it needs to be to add my colorant, and I am going to use just a yellowish tint to my wax. I don't want like a cake, like I want it to look like a cake, kind of yellowy. Let me just show you kind of what it looks like. I don't want it to be brown or anything like that. I want it to look like like a sugar cookie. Okay, so, and I just get my colorants also from Nature's Garden, and you can get them from, I've got some for Candle Science as well. But you want to make sure you can't use soap colorants. You need to make sure that they are specifically for candles and candle melts. So anyway, let me check my temperature here. Okay. And you want to make sure you stir your wax a good while, because you want the colorant to be incorporated well. Alright, so this wax says that I wait until it's 180 degrees before I add my scent. And that is so that you don't burn your scent off. If you add it, if it's too hot, it'll burn off and you won't have anything left in your melt, so, or in your candle, or whatever you're using it for. So you want to make sure that you're checking your temperature. This is just a thermometer that I got. You can get them at Home Depot. You can order them off of Amazon as well. So, alright. So now that it's down, I let it set a little bit before I go back on camera. So I wouldn't have to keep y'all as long. So I'm going to add my fragrance oil now. And with your fragrance oil, you want to make sure that you stir at least 2 minutes. This helps the fragrance oil bind to the wax. So what I do, and it's very helpful, I'm not, an expert at this stuff, so I'm still doing the basics just like y'all. I just go onto my phone and I set my timer for 2 minutes, and I go by that, and that way I know I've stirred for the allotted time that I'm supposed to. So, because you're going through all this, you want to make sure that you want to do it like you're supposed to. So, and I've already been stirring for a little bit. Oh, this smells so good. Makes you want to. I wasn't sure how many of these I was going to need or how much this was going to make. So, like I said, these are new modes, and I'm just learning and how to use them and what it takes to go inside them. So I thought that I would bring y'all with me and we kind of learn together. So okay. Alright. Yeah. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour this. It's at the correct temperature. I don't want it to get too solidified here. Just kind of pour it out here. And I'm kind of in a cool, it's kind of cool in my shop, so, and these molds are kind of cool, so that could be, well, it's sitting up pretty quick here. So, but these are just for my home use, so I'm going to show you a little trick. I know y'all thinking, why is she putting all that wax in there like that, plumped up? But I'm going to show you. I just take my heat gun and melt it a little bit, and it'll go back into its liquid form. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and from the joy and the magic of camera and editing, I have melted down the little blobs that were in here and got it in my mold. So I'm going to now add a little bit of sprinkles, because it's kind of solidifying a little bit, and you just want to sprinkle them on like this, because you want them to stick in your brittle. I want some here, and then after I put my little drizzle on, I'm going to do some there as well. So okay, alright, so these are going to my wax is going to continue to solidify. Once it solidifies and it gets a little harder, I'm going to add my drizzle, my butterscotch marshmallow drizzle to it, and then add some more sprinkles and some glitter. So, alright, I'll see you in a little bit. Hey everybody, I'm back, and now as you see, my brittle has already solidified. I have melted down some more wax, and I have added my butterscotch marshmallow to this and my colorant already, so that y'all wouldn't have to suffer through watching me do that. Now, I was going for a little pinkish color, but for some reason it kind of turned like a peach, which is fine. Like I said, these are just little testers, because I wanted to test out the mold and see how it works. So so that's just fine. You know, that's why you test stuff before you make it to sell or you make it to give to anybody. So anyway, you want your icing that's going on your brittle to be, you know, like a drizzle, a little thicker than when you poured it. So you want it to cool down a little bit, and you know, I just keep stirring it, because that way it stays fluid as much as possible. And you know, it also helps the scent to bind to the wax better. So and a lot of people will say, well, you know, I don't smell the, you know, when it's melted like this before it sets up and cures, I don't smell a lot of scent in there, so I must not have put enough. Well, that's not always true. You don't want your scent to be, you don't want to smell a lot of it when you're doing this part, because that way it stays in the wax, and then when your customers burn it, it will be released into the air. So it's a lot better if it's done that way. So alright, so it's coming along nicely. Like I said, it's not the color I wanted, but that's okay, and the color doesn't even match the scent, but I just wanted like pink icing for a sugar cookie. You know, like when I think of a sugar cookie, I think of pink icing. So sort of like those little, I don't know if you've had them, but those they're like animal crackers, and they got the pink icing on them. I love those. They're so good. So anyway, okay, so it's kind of a thicker consistency, as you see. So I'm going to just drizzle it now. I'm going to try to drizzle it. And I see now that I've made up way too much drizzle, but that's okay. I'll just pour it in an extra mold and enjoy it that way. Okay, I'm gonna go this way, and I'm kind of slinging it everywhere, y'all. But now everybody sees why I'm a nurse and not a cake baker, because I'm not very good at this stuff right here, this decorating nonsense. So But anyway, okay, so now I'm going to put me some more sprinkles on so it sticks to this wax. As well. So, alright, I'm just going to add some glitter, and I'm just going to, you can use whatever color glitter you want, but I want this to kind of mimic like sugar. There's that. Alright, so now that I've made a glittery candy filled wax drip mess, I will let this set for 24 hours and set up and harden, and I will come back and take it out of the mold and show you how I break it up and go from there. So alright, well, I hope you'll have a blessed evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye. It's rainy and I'm back to finish up this video. It has been over 24 hours since I was on videotaping. I know y'all heard me talking about the hurricane that was Hurricane Laura and how it was going to affect us down here in Arkansas. Well, the electricity went off and the cable went off, so I had to wait a little bit, but anyway, here we are now. So let's go ahead and unmold our wax melts and see how it does. And you just break it. It comes up real nice, and you just break it up just like you do the brittle that you make, the edible brittle. Some of the little candies are coming off. That's okay. I put quite a few on there, and this mold works pretty good to be, you know, it wasn't expensive. So and it smells so good. And see, here it is. Smells wonderful. And you can see the pretty glitter and the little candy sprinkles and my little pinkish drizzle. I'm glad it turned out pinkish. I was so hoping it wouldn't be peach. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and finish breaking these up. And thank y'all again for joining me for this experimentation, these new molds, the testing of the new molds. I will be making some more for a few different scents, and they will be going up in the Etsy shop. I will post at the end of the video when they will be going up in the Etsy shop. Since this does have soy wax in it, I like to at least let it sit and cure for at least 2 weeks at least, so that it becomes nice and strong when you get ready to burn it. So, but anyway, thanks again for joining me, and I look forward to our next episode of our little soaping journey here. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe button, and comment on what you liked about the video, and you know, some other things that you might want me to do. I've got a few ideas coming up, some stuff that I haven't seen too much on on YouTube done. So, but anyway, thank all of you subscribers that have subscribed. I don't have a lot. It's low, but that's okay. You know, got to start somewhere. So, anyway, it was a wonderful day with y'all, and I look forward to seeing y'all again. All right, bye. Have a good night.